So you want to increase your sales on your Amazon FBA product? I'm going to show you one super simple way that you can do that in this video. What's up, welcome back guys, Brax here. First of all, congrats to the giveaway winner. Contact me on Facebook to make this work. And if you want to win the next one, I give you guys the chance to win a 1-hour free call with me. All you have to do is click the thumbs up, leave a comment saying that you want to win, and click on the bell after you subscribe, and that's it. I'll choose someone randomly in the next video. So if you saw my last video or the one before that, I showed you my Prime Day sales, and it was a pretty good day or 2 days. And part of the reason that I got all these sales wasn't because I had a lightning deal on Prime Day, but it was because of these 3 things that I showed you in that video. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it below or I'll put it up here. But the first thing that I did was what I'm going to share with you here. And it's something super simple that you can do very quickly, and it will almost guarantee, well, I don't want to say guarantee, but there's a high chance that you're going to get more sales because of this. And the tool that we're going to use, which is super cheap, is called WordTree.io. Now, I think that Helium 10 does the same thing. I'm not sure. If you've used it and you've tried this feature, let me know in the comments below. But WordTree does this, and I think it's cheaper than Helium 10, especially if you're just doing it for one ASIN. And what it does is it takes your ASIN and then it compares it to 10 different listings of your competitor. And then it takes your keywords and compares it to all these keywords of 10 of your competitors. And then it tells you what you're missing out on. So all these keywords that you don't have, that you could have, and that could get you more sales. So then right there, you can add these keywords. It shows you a list of what you're missing out on. You can add each keyword, and then as you add it, it removes it from that list. So you can actually see a score that it gives you out of 100. So let's say it gives you 50%. That means that you have 50% margin to improve your listing. As you put a keyword or as you put a phrase, that percentage grows and grows and grows until you get close to 100 or maybe to 100. I haven't gotten mine to 100 yet. Who knows? Maybe you can do it. So before I show you how to actually do it, I'm gonna explain to you how it works or why it works and what's the logic behind it. So if you're shopping on Amazon, you're typing a bunch of keywords and a bunch of products are showing up according to these keywords. So imagine you're gonna buy a selfie stick. How would you search for it? You'd probably just search selfie stick. But then imagine if someone else, maybe someone who's older, some father, some dad, he goes like, long thing that can help me take pictures of family without asking dirty strangers. Maybe that's how he's gonna search for it. So there are tools out there like the one that we're gonna see and Helium 10 as well that show you how people are searching for your product from a bunch of data that they get from Amazon. So your goal is to target all these keywords that someone might search for your product with. Again, it could be as straightforward as selfie stick or as weird and complicated as that example that I just gave you. And that's the whole game of Amazon. It's all about playing on the keywords, targeting the keywords that have demand, targeting the keywords that people are searching for. It's very important to know where your sales are coming from and where are other sales coming from that you might be missing out on. So let's get into this and I'll show you how to use WordTree. And it's super cheap. It only costs $20 if you want to buy just one credit or for one ASIN. And actually just yesterday, I got you guys a discount for it. So I talked to them and I was like, hey, I'm gonna make a video about this. Can you offer me a discount to my subscribers? So I have a link below. It is an affiliate link. I do get a bonus, but you get a 25% discount. So that's $5 off the 20 that it is. So if you want to follow along or just use the service, get it from this link for 25% off. And thanks if you use my link. So the first thing that you'll do is you get your ASIN. You probably know how to get your ASIN, but if you don't, you just go to your listing on Amazon, Control F, type in ASIN, A-S-I-N, and it should show up on the bottom. It's in the description part, but yeah, I think you know how to get your ASIN. So the first thing you do is you put in your ASIN. Now next, you put in 10 of your competitors' ASINs. So what I would do is I'd go to the first page of the keyword that you're targeting, and then I choose the 10 competitors that are doing the best on this keyword, that are selling the most of your product. And then it's pretty important to choose the competitors that match the most to your product, because if it's something different or slightly different, then they have different keywords, then you might not want to target them, but also you might want to target them to show the customer a different option. So what I'm saying is just be mindful of what the competitor is selling and how it's different from yours. So go into each competitor, find their ASIN and then put it there. And then once you're done with that, you'll run the report and you'll get the results. So the results you'll see, I actually have them in front of me right here. Relevancy score, broad search volume, exact search volume, and sales velocity. And this here is just to show you what each one of them means. You can see it on the website and you can read it later. But the relevancy score is how relative the keyword is to your specific product. So that's pretty important to look at. And then you can look at the search volumes, whether broad or exact, just to have an idea of how popular the keyword is. So that was the report. You can go back to it whenever you want and check out the numbers and maybe use them for PPC later. That's maybe another video in the future. So subscribe if you want to see that. And while clicking on subscribe, just click on the thumbs up. Thank you. So then the next thing is looking at the listing builder. So that's an example that I took. If you look on the left side, you see the top search phrases. And then on the right side, you see the listing builder. So there you would put your title, your bullets, and then if you click on number 2, number 3, and number 4, you would see your description, your backend keywords. So anything where you would put in words in your listing, you'd find it, or you'd put it there to compare it to all these keywords. And then on the top right, where you see the circle, that's your percentage, that's your score that it gives you. There's actually a way to import all your keywords from your listing without having to put them on manually. So you just click on that, you'd import all your keywords from your listing, and then you would see the percentage that shows you how well your listing compares to the keywords of your competitors. So let's say you get a 50% percentage. What? So let's say you get 50%. That means that you have that other 50% to add keywords to improve percent by percent until you get to 100 or as close as possible. So then once you have your listing or your keywords in there, you'll see the part on the left will start having crossed out words. That means that you have it in your listing. And then what you'll do next is right there from these boxes, you can change or improve or update your title and then use the keywords that are not crossed out from the left and then put them there and then see how your score slowly improves. So you could do that until you've used all the keywords and all of them are crossed out. Now remember, there's a limit for each one of those sections. So the title has a limit, the bullet points have a limit, and the backend keywords have a limit. So you might not be able to use all the keywords that are on the left side. So at this point, you might go back to the report and then look at the keywords and see which ones have the highest search volume and the highest relevancy, because it might have a high search volume but also not be relevant to your product. So then if you reach your max keywords, you look at what's most important, you add it, and maybe you remove some keywords that are less important. So then don't forget that on the top, you can click on that number 2, just as you see here, and then you'll see the description. And then on number 3 and 4 to see the backend search keywords. So click on those and make sure to update your description and your backend, and make sure you use as many keywords as possible to get that percentage as close as possible to 100. Now you've changed your keywords here, but that doesn't mean that it changed on your listing. Make sure, I think that's pretty obvious, but make sure that you take these keywords and then you go to your listing and update the description, update the bullet points, update everything. So do that and then give it a few days, because obviously it takes a few days for Amazon to recognize these keywords and to put you on these keywords. So now that you've worked on your keywords and added the ones that you might have been missing out on before, give it a few days like I said, and then you should start seeing sales come in slowly. If you don't, then maybe those keywords don't have that much demand. Maybe your product is not differentiated enough. There's so many possibilities on why and how you might not be getting sales, but this method is one of the easiest and simplest ways to get more sales, given that you have a good product and that you've differentiated it from the beginning. So once you tried this, if you did get more sales, let me know in the comments. If you didn't, then maybe you have another issue. Maybe your PPC is bad. Maybe your product is just not better than others. Remember, this is just one of the ways to get more sales. I always get this question, hey, I have this product, it's been on the shelves for 3 months and I'm not selling anything. I can't help you. I need more information, or I need to look at your product, or I just need more information. There's so many possibilities. And the best answer, honestly, is to try everything. Try this, try PPC, try something else. There's no one solution. This is one of them. So this is it for this video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. And don't forget to enter the competition to win a 1-hour free call with me. Just comment below. And if you want to see the next one, all you gotta do is subscribe, because that's how YouTube works, or it's supposed to work. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.